Hello there, my greenskins, and welcome to another podcast review of another movie. And I'm gonna be doing it with Shotty Gun as always. How you doing today, Shotty Gun?
Very good. In fact, I should be changing my name because Ramadan is over. I can eat now.
Yay!
Water, water. I love water. It wouldn't be so bad if I could drink, but I can't. So I am back to
Uh,
Dark Sharingan Z. And will you see it? Yes, you see that live. I am now back to Dark Sharingan Z.
well, happy to hear. Happy to hear, man. Uh, very good time for you. I've actually saw a lot of stuff today for that, so quite happy to hear. So, and now you got to watch a movie. So, what did you think of Weird Al UHF?
Okay, it's funny. My feelings were fluctuating as the movie was going from the minute it started. Yeah,
Um,
it's like
it is literally one of those movies where you actually legit have to watch it at least more than once because you miss something. You always freaking miss something.
yeah, I'm coming into this review having watched it only once because I think that's the kind of reaction you want.
Yeah, but the second time is it's one of those second time movies. Actually, I make references to the movie Freaks. There's another movie, a couple others that do that. Pee Wee's Big Adventure is one of those movies you usually have to watch at least more than once. But as someone that's coming in at it once and someone who's watched it multiple times, because I think it's an amazing movie, I think it's one of the better dark comedies out there. Because dark comedies are very hard to do, and this movie is a dark comedy. And
Oh,
anybody who says it's not a dark comedy, it's like, no, this is a dark comedy.
well, I don't know what the definition of dark comedy is, but I will say this: comedy in general nowadays is crap. But then again, I have to be fair. I don't go to the movies to watch comedies because I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth when I do that. But
Well,
the
I've
few
always,
times that do, the few times I do, I didn't really enjoy them for the
mhm,
most part. But this one, that's why I prefer to watch comedies at home. I think it's more enjoyable that way. But
mhm,
I can say objectively, I kind of like derailed for a second. But this movie is funny, and I don't think it's a movie. It's not like a movie with funny moments. It is. It gets chuckles out of me, every, almost every minute.
you can watch this movie multiple times and get a laugh. That's the funny thing about it. There are scenes in there that you like I said, it's a movie you can watch multiple times and it's still amazing. So let's break her down. What did you think of the music for the movie?
Music, I didn't really pay attention that much, but not that I don't remember it. It's got 80s synthesizer and stuff, and I do enjoy that. But I didn't. Despite that, it didn't. I can't think of anything that stuck with me or anything that should have because I was just so. First viewing, I was just immersed in just the craziness of it more than the technical aspects.
It has actually pretty good music. I can't deny the music is really well done. I suppose. Oh, I apologize. The music is really good in some parts, and
Maybe we should move this
no, there's
stream
even
to the half asleep jackasses.
yeah, I was thinking about that. Jesus, though. No, I shouldn't be this tired. No, it has some great music, and they did some good jobs. And there's actually one of his videos, music videos, he actually put in here.
Oh yes, the
Of
music
the
video. You just reminded me that CG one. Oh my god, that was cringe to look at.
oh, it was cringe, but that was the point. That
And
was based. It was actually quite. I actually thought he did a great job with that one. Not one of my favorites. My favorites will always be another bum on the bus, but quite good.
but
What did you think of the acting?
no, Weird Al is a good actor. I'm not going to take anything away from the guy just because he's a comedian. I think he is an exceptional actor. And there are
Oh, I
moments where he overacts, but it's part of the gag. But when he needs to be serious, he's serious.
yeah. Oh yeah, he is really, really good in this. And there are a lot of scenes where he's actually, well, it's Weird Al being Weird Al. You can't really necessarily say he's pretty much playing himself. I've never seen him in a real role like Bruce Campbell or some of the other ones that I really think are actually surprisingly underrated actors. Um, but I think he does an amazing job
Oh
in
yeah.
this movie. Now, without spoiling anything, this is going to be the hardest one. This is the CG in the scenes.
Oh yeah, ADCG. It's not gonna look good, but
No, we're talking special effects in general.
oh, the special effect. Well, this is from the '80s, so CGI is obviously gonna be very minimal because they rely on
But
practical effects.
the
Good.
practical effects are amazing. Almost perfect. Like wow. I actually there's been multiple times where I've actually had people see certain scenes from this and just show them a scene. Like there's three scenes I usually like to show people. Um, I'm not going to say too much, but there's a pet scene, and another scene that's well known. It's on YouTube, the Rambo scene. Both those scenes are just this special effects and some of the stuff in there, and some of the other things that just happen in this. It's just so well done. They did it amazing. This movie was really good.
Yeah, so this movie is obviously has a bunch of parodies, and I was hoping this would not be like disaster movie or not another teen movie. You know those stupid parody movies that have come out in the past couple of decades.
Yeah,
Sorry, Meet the Spartans and all that crap. Superhero movie. It's like they are not funny, and the movie does have some parody references throughout it, but it's not like every
mm-hmm.
second. And there's a rhyme, there's a reason for it, which we'll get into spoilers. But this movie still had a
See,
plot that it was that it focused on. Those those gags were just on the side as it progressed, and
yeah,
that's how you do it.
it it was actually very well done for that. It the problem with it is that without spoiling it, it's so hard to spoil. Not like this is one of those comedy movies that is absolutely damn near hard to spoil. It's you don't want to spoil it because you just want people to just go see it. And at the same time, it's one of those movies where you can't really do much. Last but not least, the story. What did you think of the story?
Very very basic. I mean, it's not. But you don't go into that for the story per se. It just sets up
Well,
the jokes, and I'm not taking
you
anything
know
away by
what? I'm
doing
not going to
that.
say that. I actually disagree with you. I think the story was well done, and it's actually a good underdog tale.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a bad story. I'm just saying that it's very simplistic. So if you're going in there expecting, I mean, it's Weird Al Yankovic. You shouldn't expect something deep or thought provoking. And personally, I don't like people who only.
Yeah, yeah. You're talking Spartacus. I actually think it's a good underdog. It's perfect for the movie. That's the best way to put it. If he tried to do Spartacus or something that like grand magnum opus, it wouldn't work well.
I,
This entire movie was really well done, and I
yeah,
enjoyed every minute of it.
yeah. It's not the story. That's the what's the word I'm looking for? Let me say it this way instead. You go in for the you go into the movie and watch it for the character, not necessarily the what's going on. Yes, that's important, but I think the as far as writing goes, the character took priority over the the events of the
I would
story.
disagree. I would
The
disagree. I would disagree. It's a good underdog tale. I think it's a good solid underdog tale. And yeah, it's simplistic, but being simplistic doesn't necessarily mean bad.
oh, I'm not saying that at all.
Um,
It's
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It works to its. I'm having a stroke. I'm always having a stroke in these streams. It works to its advantage. It's not trying to be what it isn't, and
yeah,
it's not a stupid movie either. You know, like the previous movies I mentioned, they're stupid movies. They're
yeah.
This movie does not look down on its audience.
Yeah, the funny thing about this movie, and those other movies, I would consider some of those other movies a guilty pleasure. This one, I could say is generally fun. Like this one, I would not put this is like in another category. I would put this in comedy. I would actually say it's a dark comedy because there's a lot of scenes in it that are very, very dark. Um,
Also,
what else can we really go ahead?
I could also say that as someone who's familiar with Weird Al Yankovic, is he Yankovic or Yankovic? I hear it both
Yankovic.
ways. Okay, as someone who's a bit familiar with his works, I'm always expecting little things that most people would miss, especially with the sound issue. Well, it's not an issue, but okay, there'd be like awkward sound effects, which adds to the humor.
Hmm.
Like remember the bad, sorry, not the bad parody, Fat.
Yeah, we don't want to say too much about it. Remember, no spoilers.
Yeah, no
Um,
spoilers.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're overall they did an amazing job, and I don't want to say anything about the spoil. I don't know. A part of me feels that doing the spoilers for this would be wrong. So, what do you want to rate this one?
I give this a solid 7. There were a couple of
I
things I didn't like about it, but I don't want to get into them. It might get into.
Yeah. I'm honestly gonna give this. This is actually one of my all-time favorite movies. This is something I can sit down and watch over and over and over again. This is something that I want to. I'll buy if they ever do a special edition Blu-ray. I'll buy the Blu-ray. Um, I think it's an all-time favorite for me, so I'm gonna give it a 7.9. It's almost an 8. It's almost like a really. It's just really, really, really well done, and absolutely enjoyed this movie. So the question is, do we do spoilers? And you know what? I thought about it while we were talking and while we were doing this review. I don't think we should do spoilers. We should just say go watch this movie. This movie's worth if you want a good laugh, it's an 80s, it is 80s. But if you want a good laugh, this is worth watching.
Well, come on, it's 80s. That's part of what makes it good. I mean, what if you want to say it's 2020s or 2010s? I'm on gonna be like, yeah, screw that. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there. 80s movies are infinitely better than modern movies.
I think a little bit yes, a little bit no. There are some good modern movies, but yeah, we'll leave that to a discussion maybe on one of
Oh,
these podcasts one of these days. Maybe we'll do that on your streams.
maybe
Yeah.
music was better too.
Well, that is Weird Al's magnum opus. The only movie I think he actually did, except for like a couple music videos. I think he does. I think there's a couple compilation music video out there, but other than that, that's it.
Well, from what I've read about this
Um,
movie, I might as well ask your opinion on something about the
okay.
without getting to spoilers, getting into the consensus from critics saying
Hmm.
basically what Roger Ebert, I think it was Roger Ebert, it was either Ebert or Siskel who said this separately that Weird Al's kind of humor only works for short music videos and stuff. What do you say to that? For after seeing this full length movie,
I say he's. I say critics have the whole reason I started doing podcast reviews is because of critics. The whole reason I started doing this was because of the fact that they have their heads so rammed up their freaking ass that a lot of them are giving like, oh, we gotta give stuff like Captain Marvel a freaking 9 or something stupid like that. I'm sick of that crap. Like an honest review, two guys having a good time. We're both from different sides of the freaking world, and we can come together and watch a movie and like a movie and have a conversation is is more important to me than any critics bullshit. And I think they're bullshit. I think all critics now are bullshit.
I guess
So I would rather get an honest review from two scrubs who, one does cat videos on his spare time and the and you do your podcast. That I think that's better than anything any critic does. So that's what I gotta say about that. I think they're crap. I think that's bull crap. I think this was a solid movie all the way through.
No disagreements here. I mean, it's the
All right,
fact that it's a cult classic probably says something in and of itself.
it's become one, isn't it? And that's kind of funny. So we're coming up next with Darkman, and then Shawnigan's got two more reviews coming up. He got to pick two, and then we are doing then we're going to start Barbarian month, and I got a bunch of Barbarian movies to show Shawnigan because he's never seen any of them.
And to celebrate the end of Ramadan, I may be doing a Resident Evil Village stream tonight. So check out my Twitch, which will be in the description below.
Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely put his description for his Twitches. I'll probably pop on for Village for a little bit if it's not too late. And yeah, happy end of Ramadan, and everyone out there, thank you very much. Have yourselves a very good day.